Odell Beckham Jr. is healthy. The Ravens wide receivers are getting healthier. Is it time for another Odell Beckham Jr. playoff run? Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing Ravens content every single day. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Odell Beckham Jr. and I think what he can bring to the Baltimore Ravens offense in the postseason. Now, I bring this up specifically because the last time Odell was in the postseason, he was with the Rams, and that was when he finally found his groove with that offense, and he started to take over games. And he said it in a podcast. He thinks he would have been Super Bowl MVP if he had not gotten hurt. And I've been saying that since he got hurt. I love the way that he played in that Super Bowl against the Bengals. He was going to be that Super Bowl MVP. Cooper Kupp ended up winning it after Odell went down. But what can he do for this Ravens offense? Let's jump right into it. So first off, we don't know if Mark Andrews is playing. He has returned to practice, I believe, in a limited sense. But for this discussion, I'm going to say he's not going to play this week at least. But what Odell Beckham Jr. brings to the table, especially throughout the last few weeks, has been the deep ball and the big play ability, right? The sideline catch against the Miami Dolphins, one of the biggest plays of the season for him. The Los Angeles Rams game, he had a monster reception, actually multiple monster receptions in that game. When it's been the big games, Odell Beckham Jr. has played very well when he's been able to stay healthy. And I think Lamar Jackson is finding more comfortability in giving him those one-on-one opportunities. Because remember in the beginning of the year when it was like, we're not throwing jump balls to Odell. Why did we even sign him if we're not going to give him those opportunities on the sideline? Lamar tried to throw it wasn't even like a back shoulder fade. I don't know what the attempt was. He kind of threw a jump ball to Odell against Joey Porter Jr., but Lamar kind of threw it inside and deep rather than, a true jump ball back shoulder. I don't know if that's miscommunication or that was the intent, but it didn't really work. And it was like, man, are we going to connect on one of these? What are we doing? And then finally Snoop threw that touchdown to Odell, and he started clicking. I said, I think he's got the touchdown bug. We then play against Cleveland. He takes the slant to the house, 40-plus yards. And it was like, this is Odell. We get the miracle catch against the Rams. We get I'll call it a super miracle catch against the Dolphins on the sideline. That was a great play. What can Lamar Jackson utilize Odell Beckham Jr. for? That. We're playing every single game of the playoffs up until the Super Bowl at home. What happens at home? The crowd. If you get the crowd, especially the M&T Bank Stadium, the Baltimore Ravens fans rocking, that is really going to help your defense and the offense continue to gather momentum. This team is built on momentum. Odell Beckham Jr. makes the biggest plays at the wide receiver position, maybe ever. There's like Randy Moss is in that conversation. Tyreek Hill is in that conversation. Calvin Johnson is in that conversation. I think that's it. In terms of wow factor at wide receiver. I'm not saying they're better than Jerry Rice. Nobody comment that. Jerry Rice is the GOAT. But in terms of just spectacular plays, unbelievable plays, those are the guys, right? Odell Beckham Jr. can bring that to this offense, and that will help them in games, whether it's the Texans, the Bills, the Chiefs, potentially the Super Bowl, making those big-time catches. That's what he's always been great at. Big time, prime time. Lights are the brightest. That is when Odell Beckham Jr. throughout his entire career has always been the best. Postseason, when he was with the Rams, that's exactly what he did. He came alive in the postseason as that number 2 wide receiver. And now all of a sudden he's coming back. And he's probably, again, a number 2 wide receiver because we have Zay Flowers. And I think Lamar's going to utilize Zay Flowers a lot. He's going to use that after the catch ability, those quick slants, those quick screens, those underneath routes, even some intermediate, maybe even a deep ball or two. But what Odell's going to do is it's 3rd and 8. There's pressure. Maybe someone throws cover 0. The slant isn't open, and Lamar goes, I know Odell's running that sideline streak. I'm throwing that ball 30, 35 yards up in the air and giving him an opportunity. The other thing he's been great at, did it even against the Texans. I believe it was against Derek Stingley, drawing flags. He's done a great job doing that. So, overall, I think Odell Beckham Jr. could have a great postseason, but it's because of his big play, spectacular playability, we're going to be able to see that. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think Odell can bring. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for more Daily Ravens content, and I'll be back with another video tomorrow. It'll come out a little bit earlier in the day as well. Thank you. See all of you again then.